Hello friends, welcome to Insight Learners. So in this video we shall discuss the remaining set of programming questions that was asked in GSPAN. So in previous video we have discussed from 1 to 5 questions that was asked in programming MCQs. So then we shall see the remaining, there will be 10 questions, so we shall see the remaining questions. So the sixth question is, which is the superclass of all the Java classes? So the option is variable, string as well as object. So variable is not the superclass of Java classes and string cannot be also the superclass of Java classes. So you can say object. So object is the superclass for all the Java classes because everything in Java it is considered to be object because Java is an object oriented programming language. So the next question is which is the correct way to declare multidimensional array? So here there are 4 options and you need to find which is the correct declaration or the syntax for declaring the multidimensional array. So the first one is int num of, there will be, so since it is a 2-dimensional array you need to insert 2 brackets. So equal to new int of foo2. So then int of num of equal to new int of foo2. Then this is also the correct declaration, that is int of num equal to new int of foo2. So all the 3 are the correct declaration of multidimensional array. So you can say option D, that is all the above is the correct answer for this question. So the next one is which keyword is used to refer to a member of base class from a subclass. So from a subclass, here what is the base class? So base class is nothing but you can say a parent class. So base class is the parent class. So which keyword is used to refer a member of parent class from a subclass? So subclass is nothing but it is also known as a child class. So from child class, if you want to invoke the parent class, we have 4 keywords, that is upper, super, this keyword and none. So there is no upper keyword. So upper keyword is only used to convert the lowercase letters into uppercase. That too it is one of the method of string. So then you can say super keyword. Yeah, super keyword is the keyword which is used to invoke the parent class from the subclass or the child class. So then after that, so this keyword it is used to refer. So then you can say option B is the correct answer for this question, that is super is the correct answer for this question. So then we shall see the 9th question that was asked in programming part. So what is bidirectional cursor in collection, that is Java? So what is the bidirectional cursor in Java? You can say the first thing is iterator. So enumeration as well as list iterator. So enumeration cannot be the bidirectional cursor. So enumeration you can say it is not, enumeration is used to, you can say, to initialize the values. So iterator, it is used as a iterator, it's a method which is used to iterate the values. So you can say list. So list iterator is it's a bidirectional cursor in collection Java. So which so you can iterate towards forward direction as well as backward direction. So you can say it is a bidirectional cursor. So option C is the correct answer for this question. So then we shall see the last question of the programming part. There are only 10 questions in the programming part. So we shall see the last question. So the last question is so they have given a program and you need to predict the output for the code. So class J, so don't read the entire code, so directly start with the main function. So here you check what is the main function. So you can say in the main function it is, so it is public static void main string of args, then after that new k of m1 of. So it is invoking the method that is m1 of, so you need to go for the m1 function. So it is invoking the m1 function. So where is the m1 function? You can see here. So private, it is private void m1 of, then after that jj equal to null, then you are starting with 0. So for, and we shall quickly see what is the question for that. So we are at the m1 function and the question is that when processing of line 2 begins, how many will be available for garbage collection? So here you can see this is the first line they have mentioned, and then runtime dot get runtime of gc. So it is calling a garbage collection, so garbage collector function. So this is the line 2. So at this point how many will be available for garbage collection? So you can say initially, so I is equal to 0, so this comma 0. So then you can say there is initial starting I is 0. So then GC of, so it will call GC of, so initially at line number 2 there are only, so there is I is 0 and there are 0 elements. So you can say 0 is available for garbage collection because there is no elements for garbage collection. So you can say option A, that is 0, is the correct answer for this code. So option A is 0. So 0 is the correct answer for this code. So in order to confuse you, they give you the lengthy code. So no need to read the entire code. Start with the main function and check which function it is calling, that is M1 function. So then directly, so they have told in line 2 which is available for garbage collection. You can say initially I is 0. So there are no elements that are available for garbage collection. So option A, that is 0, is correct answer for this question. So we have covered the English communication test in previous videos, and then we have also completed the programming MCQs in this section. So in the next video we shall quickly see the coding question 1, and then we shall move on to the aptitude part as well as we shall see the reasoning part. So thank you friends for watching, and do subscribe our channel for more updates.